Hello YouTubers. Right, I'm on my wanders again. As you can see, lovely flowers, lovely roses, and what a view from down here. Yes, I'm going up this road. Yeah, this is the road Andy took up here. Yeah, he actually driven up this road. Oh, look. This is the road because it goes round the corner. And yeah, he driven up this road when we first moved into her workplace. So, and this was always one of them walks I always wanted to do. Yeah, and we've been over there. Yeah, we've been over there, mean shape. Coming in, coming shapes. It's a bit breezy, but not as breezy as it has been. Not really windy. Right. Paperwork. It seems as though I'm looking for paperwork all the time, filling in things, sending things off, because I sent a couple of things off this morning. The old snail mail. I'm going to have to do a few things, scan a few things and send things by email. Yeah. I'm expecting more paperwork, forms and things coming. So the thing is, what I've been doing, right, it's a bit breezy. What I've been doing is I've been watching old videos on Andy's channel, and it was funny that there was a recommended one come up, because you know you have been videos that's recommended to you, and I clicked onto it, and it wasn't much that video, but I was looking at other videos either before that, slightly before that, or slightly after that. Now, there was one video in particular that sent alarm bells ringing, and there was one there where they found something. He had a restriction, and also thickening of the not the arteries, of the intestine walls. And now, for what they were telling me, and they did say that they were going to do gastro bypass, to bypass this, whatever it was. And you know that never happened. That operation never happened. And this was 2018. In fact, they were more concerned about his wound on the base of his spine and the perianal abscess around that area that was sore. Because the problem was still there when he had the stoma. So I'd actually forgotten about that video until I came across it. It was it would have been about a week ago, and it's been playing on my mind ever since. Yeah, he never had that operation, and I dare say if he'd had that operation, he would still be alive now. Yeah, but no, his health went downhill. Like I say, the original problem he went in with never got sorted. Yeah, never got sorted, and it boils my blood. It does. Yeah, it boils my blood. There's the junction. Yeah. So yeah, that's been playing on my mind ever since I watched it. So yes, I did find something. It's just I've forgotten about that video, and like I say, it never got sorted. I'm gonna have to watch out because this is a main road. Like. So believe you me, watch this space. Like I say, I'm waiting for paperwork coming. Like I say, ever since I found out what Andy died of, it's never been far away from my mind. It really hasn't. I'll have to see what happens and see what the outcome is, though. Yeah, but yeah, like I say, watch this space. Because I would understand if Andy had cancer, right, or anything that was terminal and that they couldn't do anything about, right. I would understand that, and I would have, would have been able to come to terms with it. But this is something I haven't come to terms with, and it, like I say, it should have been something that should have been sorted, and never did. It never got sorted. Yeah. Like I said in the previous video, it's something I've actually got my teeth into. So but I'm not the only person that thinks the same way, that there's a few people that's actually behind me on it. Because as far as I was concerned, I thought Andy would have been getting sorted, on the road to recovery, and it didn't. And I can hear a dog barking. It sounds like a German Shepherd. I'm on the main road here, actually. I can hear a car coming behind me. But I'm on the right side of the road. It's both face oncoming traffic, so I can see things coming. There you go, car gone by. Yeah, I'm not the only one that thinks the same way. So someone said to me that they've been messing Andy about in the hospital, and yes, believe you me, they have. They'll say, because Andy wasn't one of them people that would be a sheep, He had his own mind, and he was quite a strong-minded person. So he would refuse medications if they didn't work, because for the duration of that when I found that video, I thought, well, for the duration he's been in absolute bloody agony with pain. And they were trying to take the painkillers off him at one point. The palliative team refused to treat him because Andy said to them that he was getting better, he wanted to get better, and so they refused to treat him. And if he still had the palliative team, if they were behind him, it would have been comfortable when he died, but he wasn't. He was in so much fucking pain. Yeah. So It's starting to rain. Spitting. But like I say, he shouldn't be in that state. He should not have been like that. Like I say, if they'd done the operation like they said, because he was in a well state, he was still well, you know, he would have been able to have the operation. Because this was only 2018. So he should have been in a well state to go through with this operation. And all I saw was delays. They would make appointments, they would cancel appointments, arrange them for another time. All the delays, it was ridiculous. And all the time, I was seeing this person going downhill, his health going downhill. I mean, the stoma, it was literally possibly an afterthought because of the abscess and the big sore he had on the base of his spine. It was getting contaminated, and the stoma was a last resort to sort that out, but obviously the main problem was still there, because Andy was vomiting, yeah, and he always felt as though and I always say this, felt as though he was blocked, full of wind and gas, and felt as though he was blocked. And this was even with the stoma. There was a time, but he never got admitted into hospital with it. His stoma, whatever was coming out, it was like coffee grounds. It was, and that was blood. Yeah. And that would probably have been a month or so before he died. Yeah. Thing is, I feel awful now, you see, that a few weeks, probably about 3 weeks before he passed away, there was an incident that happened, right, and it will not have had anything to do with him dying. I was changing these dressings, yeah, changing his sheet, and I rolled him over, and he rolled off the bed. That was bloody awful that day, or night. And yeah, he rolled off the bed, and fortunately he fell on Sheba, because she was underneath at the time, and he fell on Sheba. We had to get an ambulance and also a fire brigade, just to get him off the floor, to get him onto the bed. Yeah. And we all managed that, but the thing is, he had a blood clot came away when he was on the floor, so that was a horrible mess. But all the same, the paramedics didn't take him into hospital. They checked him over, and they said he was fine. They didn't want him to go in because of the COVID. And just going to sit down on the seat round here. Yeah. Yeah, the They didn't take him in. But I'll just sit down here. Oh, are you going to lie down, sheeps? But like I say, that wasn't very nice at all. That happened there. I actually feel embarrassed about it because he didn't have his he had the rails on the bed, and one of the rails he didn't want on, so it was the one that wasn't on where he rolled over and rolled off the bed. It's actually quite embarrassing. Right, I'm going to stop this video, right, and no doubt I'll probably do another one while I'm here, and toodaloo for now. Speak soon, toodaloo for now.